Madhya Pradesh, the heart of incredible India, is well known for its diverse and varied cultural heritage. Chhindwara district in MP is situated in Satpura ranges, in which Harai is the tribal hub. Surlakhapa is a village very close to Harai. Carmelites of Mary Immaculate CMI congregation was entrusted Agragami Catholic Ashram Surlakhapa by Nagpur Archdiocese in the year 2006. Since then, members of CMI St. Paul Province Bhopal has taken up various meaningful ministries. The frequent visits to the remote villages of the CMI priests paved way to know more deeply about the issues that the villagers face for years. Some of them are as follows: illiteracy, unemployment, water scarcity, lack of medical facilities, black magic, gap between the rich and the poor, disability, etc. Many deliberations led them to focus more on the issues of the persons suffering from disabilities and diseases for particular need or emergencies. They firmly believe that providence of God was leading them to take up the ministry in disability as a field of activity here in Surlakhapa and Chhindwara at large.
At my brother's family, there were 2 children with mental retardation. They were not economically very weak. Still, our family found it very difficult to bring up these 2 daughters of ours. As a priest, I started to think how difficult it would be in those families of poor economical background in remote villages. I still remember a Makondi of Karapata village who was a 12-year-old who did not attend the school for being physically challenged and stayed at home the whole day doing nothing. Very shabby and gloomy, for no mistake of him. Slowly other illness took his life. I used to visit him. He had a long hair, not because of his hobby, because nobody paid for his haircut. Slowly I was into the issues of children and persons with disabilities.
The survey conducted among the persons with disabilities at Harai block Chhindwara helped them to identify a few persons suffering from one or another major disabilities or diseases. They were taken for medical consultation followed by treatment and corrective surgery. Some of the youths with disabilities were given chances to attend short-term training programs that are held in the villages or outside. The block administration recognized their efforts and allotted an abandoned warehouse at Harai in 2015 to coordinate their activities. This project is the outcome of their 6 years of hard work at Harai in the field of disability. A detailed survey of the block was conducted that tells upon the health conditions of 265 villages and 1,500 persons who are affected by disabilities. The implementation of minor projects for their welfare was a tiny step for this marginalized section of the society. The attempt is to give hope to persons with disabilities. As Stephen Hawking points out, however difficult life may seem, there is always something you can do and succeed at. The participation in the great mission of the good Lord makes it mandatory to bring the healing power of God to the needy, to stay close to the marginalized, and to become shepherds with the smell of the sheep. The only disability in life is a bad attitude, says Scott Hamilton. Pope Francis once said that people with disabilities are a gift for the family and an opportunity to grow in love, mutual aid, and unity. Community-based rehabilitation for the empowerment of persons with disabilities. It is a project funded by Manos Unidas. The overall objective of the project is to create a society where persons with disabilities live with dignity, self-reliance, and grow to his or her fuller potentialities. This project was implemented in the 24 villages of Harai block of Chhindwara. The specific objective was to enable persons with disabilities to become self-reliant and contributing members of the family and community. The project started in 2016 and ended in February 2018. During these 2 years, we have assisted 94 persons with disabilities, started income generation programs such as petty shops, goat rearing, tailoring shop, photocopy machine, skill development in the sectors of cycle repair, mobile repair, appearing for board exams, motor welding, etc. 258 persons with disabilities availed certificates. 95 persons improved their mobility through corrective surgery, treatment, use of assistive devices, and availed certificates. 66 selected workers of ICDS centers of the project area are trained and start involving in identification disability issues and help children of 0 to 5 age group. Around 600 persons were helped when they were sick or affected by disability. Medical camps and professional support consultancy were provided for 800 persons in the areas of women diseases, physiotherapy, mental retardation, child diseases, formation of support groups of guardians, etc. More than 1,200 people were benefited by this activity. 51 persons suffering from mental illness were identified and supported for continued treatment. Moreover, we could make the general public and the administration of the block to look the issues related to disabilities and empathy. Our program, like Disability Day celebration, professional support to the persons with disabilities and diseases, skill development program, scholarship program, etc.
This project was visualized after a meeting with the Anganwadi teachers who expressed that many persons, especially children, are idling their lives due to the limitation and disabled minds of the community. Our focus was self-reliance of persons with disabilities.
There is a great impact visible in the field. The level of awareness has been increased among the people of the locality. At the start of the project, there were around 170 persons with multiple disabilities. Among them, only 2 persons were getting multiple disability pensions. When people were made aware of this, people came forward. At present, 120 persons are availing this pension. Government has sanctioned Rs 13 lakh for the treatment alone for the pensions supported by our organization during these 2 years. This happened because of the regular visits, celebration of International Day for the persons with disabilities, door-to-door contact, etc. Cancer in the rural area for the poor people meant painful death. It was due to the lack of timely checkup and follow-up. To reduce the affliction, 5 cancer camps were conducted and 140 were founded in borderlines and in critical stages. They were taken to hospital for treatment and palliative care. Aim of this project is enabling persons with disabilities to become self-reliant and contributing members of the family and community. Through income generation program and skill development activities, the youths and adults with disabilities were helped to be contributing members of the family and community at large. It increased their self-respect. Many were educated from the rural community that it was possible to have referrals at a cost which was affordable to them. The professional medical support and accompaniment with the patient, along with networking of government and semi-governmental agencies in the field of medicine, has helped a lot to bring out the desired result.
I am happy to know that the overall objectives of Udaan project supported by Manos has been fulfilled. The project has helped to sensitize a society where persons with disabilities live with dignity, self-reliance, and enable them to grow to their fuller potentialities. The awareness generation program, skill development program availing advanced treatment, facilitating corrective surgery, and providing disability certificates enabled the beneficiaries to become self-reliant and contributing members of the family and to the society. I thank Manos Unidas for collaborating with us, and also I appreciate Reverend Father Thomas Theratel and his team for taking strenuous effort to implement the project activities within the time frame.
The project, in turn, increased our confidence in rehabilitation works for the persons with the disabilities and enabled us to extend our work area to Parasia block. Thus, we have commenced a hostel for the children with disabilities and a daycare for the children with mental retardation. We owe to Manos for joining their hands in this venture with Sanjeevani.
I thank Manos Unidas for the timely grant to implement this project. I also thank all the stakeholders of this project, Nagpur Archdiocese, CMI Bhopal Province, government agencies, and my dear beneficiaries whose wholehearted cooperation was very core of the success of this project.